You are listening to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. You just heard Rich, White, and Republican by Root Boy Slim. And before that, we started off with Here Comes Your Man, the Pixies. Rich, White, and Republican by Root Boy Slim. Born Foster Mackenzie III. Foster Mackenzie III, Root Boy Slim, attended Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut before being kicked out of many private schools. And he was a major in American Studies and Black History. At Yale, he was a member of the Delta Kappa Epsilon fraternity, where his fraternity brothers included the future President George W. Bush, which is hilarious.
How ironic, yeah.
Very ironic. I love that he talks about he mentions W in the song, mentions Yale in the song, and he also was called the Lenny Bruce of the blues. Uh, Clearly a guy who
Way
was
ahead of his time.
way ahead of his time.
Way-
Very funny guy.
When was this song put out? Okay.
86. I mean, he doesn't even know how ahead of his time he was. Playing golf, not going to work, getting tax breaks, and he has no idea how ahead of his time he was. I mean, George Bush, forget it. I mean, that was nothing. I think he died in 1993. So he's turning over in his grave going, I told you so. But I gotta say, I love the tune, and I mean, he is a blues musician, and it's got a great melody. It's got a great, like, it's so catchy. This is my earworm this week. Rich, White, and Republican.
A couple things I want to mention is that it makes sense that he would be ahead of his time, given that he was majoring in American Studies and Black History. When you study those things, you start to see the patterns that exist in our
hmm
culture, and what we are seeing right now is kind of just a repeat of that pattern.
Yep.
Back to the tune, I really love the horns on this track, and I think I gotta say, I don't know if maybe if this song came out in the 80s, maybe he was on the show at some point, but I feel like he's got a voice made for Sesame Street, and I don't say that meanly. I say that
No.
fully in the confidence that he's got so much just character and sass in his voice, and yeah, I loved hearing him sing this tune. I like this song a lot.
When he
Yeah.
died, there was people came from all over to say goodbye to the Lenny Bruce of blues. He had a very devoted following, and you can see why. And of course, when you're going to do a college show, like I said, you're going to do the Pixies. Pixies, Here Comes Your Man, one of my favorite songs. Went to the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, Massachusetts. Black Francis, born Charles Thompson, majored in anthropology, and Joey Santiago majored in economics. Where do we even begin to talk about this band?
They're just such an iconic band, like they're the epitome of so much. And they're one of just over 1,000 artists who are in the billions club. Like they have a song that's had over 1 billion plays on
Wow.
on Spotify. And and keep in mind there are nearly 12 million artists with music on the platform. So that's quite the achievement. And there's a reason for that. They pulled people in with whatever it is they had going on. They got a lot going on.
Yeah. So influential too, really influenced the whole grunge
Yeah.
movement.
Kurt
Absolutely.
Cobain called out Pixies as a big influence.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a huge touring band to today. They are touring as we speak. They are constantly touring. They're huge in America. They are huge in Europe, Asia. They are constant, Australia, constantly in demand. People want to see the Pixies always to this day. And also Frank Black, which is Black Francis when he tours solo. He did a small solo tour in the winter. His solo album is one of my favorites. It's just fantastic. I do know people who told me stories about going to UMass to see the Pixies when they were students. They, of course, ended up dropping out of UMass to focus on the band because let's face it, why go to college when you can be the Pixies,
Exactly.
right?
That's right.
Well, Miriam, thank you. This is an amazing, great theme as always. Back to school special. And thank you for including the Pixies, a staple of my college radio show.
Of course. I did it for you, Mark. I do it all for you, Mark.
Of course. Well, thank you for visiting with us, and we hope you enjoyed some great original music from Western New England artists. I'm Mark Ramone here this week with Mistress Miriam and Tobey Sol LaRoche. The New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501c3 nonprofit whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music, and to promote the extended Western New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances.
And if you're excited about what we're doing here on the show, please tell your friends about it and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our Facebook pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential Western New England Songbook. It is a listenable anthology of many of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, we'd appreciate your making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor.
If you're a local Western New England musician who'd like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. Join us next week for more great tunes from Western New England artists. Until next week, please stay safe and keep on listening to original, local music. Yeah.
Now let's have Charles and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.